Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about what is Allelochemical. These Allelochemicals are nothing but these are the interspecific semiochemicals. That means the chemicals which aids in communication between two different species. That is known as your what? Allelochemicals, or simply you can tell that interspecific semiochemicals. In 1970, R.H.Whittaker coined the term Allelochemicals. So you can define Allelochemicals as the chemicals or mixture of chemicals that will be produced by one species of an insect which will be utilized by another species. It may be a plant, it may be an insect, whatever it may be. It may be any other organism of different species. That is known as what your Allelochemicals, produced by someone, utilized by another species. That is allochemical. And generally, the Allelochemicals affect the survival, growth and development of insect as well as their natural enemies also. Not only the particular insect, they also affect the natural enemies. Sometimes plant will produce the Allelochemical which will affect the insect. Those kind of things can occur in case of your Allelochemicals. Allelochemicals can be subgrouped into allomone, chiromone and cinnamon. Let's discuss what are these allomone, chiromone and cinnamon.
Allomones are nothing but interspecific semiochemical that favors the producer. So try to understand what is interspecific. That means here two different species will be there. Okay, two different species are there, and these are the semiochemical. That means allomone is a semiochemical only that favors the producer. That means suppose you see this S1 has produced the semiochemical and it is received by S2, and this semiochemical is advantageous to the releaser, to the S1. These kind of semiochemicals are known as what your allomone. Now coming to the definition, allomone is a chemical or mixture of chemical released by one organism, interspecific, that induce a response in an individual of another species. You see, two species are there. That means interspecific, which is advantageous to the releaser. That one which is releasing, or that one that is producing, advantageous to this one. This is known as what your allomone. Okay, what is the example? You see, sometimes what happens, just like host plant resistance, plants will be there, they will produce some chemical for which what is happening, the insect is unable to cause damage. Okay, that is what your one kind of allomone. Yes or no? The plant is producing the allomone so that it is advantageous to the plant, not to the insect. This is what your allomone. Similarly, in some cases what happens, this citrus butterfly, okay, what happened to that? They have this osmeteria. Okay, they will produce a different structure from which some odor will come, and that will scare away their predator. It is advantageous to the citrus butterfly. Okay, similarly sting glands in case of bees. Okay, they will sting you, they will release the alarm pheromone, so that what will happen, their colony will be totally alarmed, so that they will fight with the predators. Okay, that means here what is happening, the organism which is producing the allomone, which is producing the semiochemical, that is having the advantages, that is receiving the benefits. That is known as what your allomone. Okay, now coming to your chiromone, that means these are also interspecific semiochemicals which is advantageous to the recipient. Again interspecific. Okay, S1, S2 is there. Okay, This S1 will produce the chemical which will trigger some response in S2, which is advantageous for S2, interspecific. Two different species, one is producing, one is receiving, and the receiving one is having the advantage. That is known as what, your chiromone. This kind of semiochemicals are known as what, your chiromone. Okay. For example, your male sex pheromone of the bug Natura viridula. Okay. What happens here? When this male, okay, this male of this bug, okay, sting bug, they will produce this sex pheromone that will attract its parasite. That means S1 is the stink bug Natura viridula. This is producing some chemical which is attracting its parasite. That means now the S2 will come to feed on this or to attack this S1. So automatically this parasite will be getting the benefit because it is helpful in finding its host, this Natura viridula. Understood? So this is what your chiromone, advantageous to the recipient. Okay. Similarly, in case of cinnamon, cinnamon means always. What is symbiosis? That is only cinnamon. That means here what will happen? It will be advantageous to both sender and receiver. Interspecific semiochemical which is advantageous to both. Okay. This is known as what, your cinnamon. Just like your termites and protozoa. Here what will happen? Inside this termite, protozoa will be there. Okay. Protozoa help the termites in digesting the cellulose material, and termites help the protozoa by giving its food. Both will be getting the benefits due to production of this chemical. Okay. That is your cinnamon. That kind of semiochemical is known as what, your cinnamon. Okay. Next is last one is your apneumon. What is that? Here what will happen? One non-living things will be there. Okay. And here what will happen? They will produce some chemical, some odor which will produce some behavior in a living organism. Some different species. Living organism. Okay. So this is what, your apneumon. Chemical produced by a non-living material which triggers some behavior in a living organism. Just like your fish meal trap, if you take fish meal, that is your killed, died fish, that will attract your sorghum fruit fly. You can use it for pest management, that is a different issue, but this is the concept of apneumon. Non-living things will be there, they will produce some chemical which will trigger some behavior in the receiving organism, living organism. Okay. So I hope you understood all of these things, and if any doubt is there, you can ask so that we can clarify. Thank you. Have a nice day.